fact, this was the scene on the Hill less than an hour ago. Cadets and RCMP carrying the Queen's Canadian flag to a special raising. The Queen's Secretary in Canada, Kevin MacLeod, did the honors. Now, this flag will be up today only, lowered at sundown, but the Jubilee flags you see beside it, they're going to fly all week. With the ceremony, the carol honor in the Peace Tower played God Save the Queen. That is how the day began in Ottawa, but there are many other events around the Commonwealth, including, of course, today in Britain. For more on that, we bring in Anne McMillan in our bureau in London. And Anne, let's start with this momentous milestone, 60 years on the throne for the Queen. What events are going on to mark the occasion there?
Some lovely pictures of the Queen this morning, Heather, out and about in Norfolk, the county north of London, where she's staying in her home, Sandringham. Her first stop was the town hall in a place called King's Lynn. Quite a crowd gathered to see their Queen of 60 years, who looked very smart in a turquoise hat and matching coat. Normally, the Queen would spend Accession Day, as it's called, the day her father, King George VI, died, privately. But this is a special February the 6th, the 60th anniversary of the day that 25-year-old Princess Elizabeth became Queen. So she's making two public appearances. The second was to a primary school where children presented a play about the Queen's long reign. The principal there says the students have also been practicing their curtsies. The Queen has published a special Diamond Jubilee message in which she thanked people for their encouragement and support. She also said, and I quote, "In this special year, as I dedicate myself anew to your service, I hope that we will all be reminded of the power of togetherness and the convening strength of family, friendship, and good neighborliness." So any speculation about whether the Queen might abdicate in favor of her son, Prince Charles, put aside by that promise to dedicate herself anew to serving her subjects.
Service and duty, her hallmarks always, Anne. So she's focused on Norfolk today, as you said. What other events are going to be held as Britain marks the occasion?
A lot of Jubilee gunfire today, as you will see from these pictures, just taken in London's Hyde Park. Snow on the ground, and members of the King's Troop Royal Artillery staging a 41-gun salute. The guns are World War I era 13-pounder field guns, and this is a military unit that goes back centuries, firing salutes at all royal state occasions. There was a 62-gun salute at the Tower of London. Guns also fired at Edinburgh Castle up in Scotland. Two new official photographs of the Queen, one of her with her husband, Prince Philip, who she calls her rock. They've been released today. A set of 6 stamps have been issued. The chief executive of Royal Mail, Canadian, Moya Green, says the Queen's image is one of the most recognizable in the world, really iconic. There's also an exhibition of photographs at Windsor Castle, 60 pictures of the Queen during her 60 years. I got a sneak preview last week. There are 2 with Canadian links. One of the Queen and Prince Philip on a royal visit to Halifax 2 years ago. One of her on her favorite horse, Burmese, a gift from the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, showing the Queen as head of state. The other pictures also show her as a wife, a mother, a grandmother, as a human being. And I couldn't resist asking curator Lisa Hayway what her favorite photo was. Here's what she said.
I particularly like the photograph over there. It was taken in 1974. The Queen is pictured at Aberdeen Airport with some of her dogs. She is coming up for a few days' holiday at Balmoral, her Scottish home. And it is just the most perfect image. She's outlined in a sort of beautiful curve, looking down at her dogs who accompany her everywhere. And I think it just says so much about her as a person.
Those famous corgis. Jubilee celebrations planned in the coming months too, Heather. The Queen will visit every part of the United Kingdom. Her children are heading to Commonwealth countries. Prince Charles and his wife Camilla will visit Canada, and there will be 4 days of Diamond Jubilee events at the beginning of June, including a 1,000-boat flotilla down the River Thames in London, a Buckingham Palace concert, a service of Thanksgiving at St. Paul's Cathedral. So lots and lots for royal fans to look forward to.